two colleagues who were prepared to come here. One, Senator Denise Ducheney, who represents parts of San Diego, could not be here. She chairs the committee on the budget, and as you all know, we are in the process of tweaking the governor's May revised budget, and so she is in Sacramento doing God's work, and she did in fact have her representative here, District Director for Senator Denise Ducheney. And Senator Christine Kehoe, who also represents parts of San Diego, she will be joining us a little bit later on. The mission, or why I asked to chair this particular select committee, is that oftentimes we in the Capitol don't get a chance to see the Asian community. We ask the Asian community to come to us, and there are so little time for any one of those guests to really fully explain and to articulate some of the needs and concerns of the Asian community. And so I thought that what better thing for us to do is to then go to the different communities and in fact understand and appreciate a little bit more. One day is not going to be enough, but this is not going to be the only time that this select committee will be coming to San Diego. It just so happens that you are in fact the very first one. I should say the reason why San Diego is the very first one is that I had an early meeting with Dr. Chow, and he basically said that San Diego would be an ideal place. And why it's an ideal place is that it is a testament of the concept of Asian Pacific Islander communities. I'm that old that I will tell you the history behind the term Asian American. Asian Americans really don't exist. If you ask, what is your identity, you will always hear, well, I'm a Guamanian, I'm Chinese, I am Korean, I'm Japanese, I'm Vietnamese, but I'm not Asian American. And Asian American came about because in the 60s, there were very few Chinese, there were even fewer Japanese and fewer Koreans and so on. And when we start then asking for things from government, they say, well, you don't amount to a large enough number to constitute a community of need. And it is because of that that the Filipinos and the Chinese, the Koreans, the Japanese all started to come together, and out of that, our numbers grew. And when you then come to a city government, state government, federal government, say, it's not about just simply a couple thousand, but hundreds of thousands, then you begin to then understand your advocacy. Now, while we have that concept of Asian American, in a lot of other places, we find that our communities are somewhat divided. The Chinese are here, the Japanese are here, the Koreans are here, and they all have their own little town, they have their own little community, and they don't talk to one another. Well, Dr. Chow has said that, well, in San Diego, it's different. And so I was ready to just jump on that plane and come down here and see. And we had a meeting at ABA, and true to life, in fact, Asian American is a reality, and it is here in San Diego. And so, while Senator Ducheney and I and Senator Kehoe will have an opportunity to see all this, we're going to be making sure that all of our colleagues in the Senate understands the richness and the vitality and unity of San Diego, the Asian Pacific Islander community. So that's part of the reason why we're here. Second is that we are going to be doing other similar tours and visits, not only here in San Diego, but there are other Asian and Pacific Islander communities throughout the state of California, in the Inland Empire, in the Central Valley. They're all over the state of California. And it's important for all of us in the Senate to understand that rich diversity. We are all over California. We are all part of every fabric of life in California. So it's extremely important that we all understand that particular community. And so that's part of the reason why we're here. I think in addition to that, that this select committee will in fact bring recommendations back to our colleagues, to our office, as to what is it that we need to do to better represent the Asian Pacific Islander community, either in terms of public process or public policy or budget or finance, whatever it may be. we are prepared to take this information, the experience that we've learned today, and bring it back to the Capitol. I think earlier we had a meeting and someone suggested that we should look at a Fred Korematsu Day in California so that we help our children understand, not just with the Japanese American, but all Asian Americans, some of the trials and tribulations that they had to go through. Our forefathers and our foremothers had to go through in order to be fully recognized as citizens, as Americans here in the United States, here in California. So that's just one example of things that have been talked about during this visit that now we will bring back to the Capitol and start turning that around into real life agendas for us to then pass. We met with UPAC, and if you know UPAC, they always want money, right? They always want money. So we're looking at ways of how we can better serve the Asian American community via organizations like UPAC. And then here in the museum and here in all these cultural events and so on, looking at ways that we can be helpful to you. You just need to understand that for so long, the Asian Pacific Islander community have said, we'll take care of ourselves and we'll do everything ourselves. And I think that that is noble and that is rather humbling for all of us. But I think we also have to ask the question that if we do in fact contribute to the society, and you all contribute with your taxes, you all contribute because of your volunteer work, you all contribute because of the profession that you are in, then at the very least, we in government should give back something. Not so much for yourself, but for your children, for the future of this state and our community. So those are all the different reasons why we're here. I am extremely grateful for the hospitality, the openness, and the willingness to just let us know a little glimpse of your community. And as I said, God willing, I'm going to be here for quite some time. I think I've got 2 terms, and this is not going to be the first time. We're going to come back again and again so that when we're in the California State Senate, when they talk about San Diego, they know about all the different organizations that are here. We understand your needs, your challenges, and what is it that we can do to better help you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Yee. We just, once again, let us say how honored and happy we are to have you with us. And all the insights and visions that you are bringing to our Asian Pacific Islander communities. And we hope to all help you engage in this very noble endeavor. And thank you for including us in your work. Thank you. Continue with your lunch.